Hello, 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 and welcome to the ENG YNPL Review Show. And we're going to look back on last week's games. We're going to who will clinch the fourth in the Under-13 South. Huge games going on this week, so we'll be chatting about that. And we've also got special guests from AP Saints, which is going to be Poppy and Maria. And Richard is away somewhere, and if he drops out, hopefully he'll come straight back in. But other than that, he looks as normal. Oh, no, see, his picture's gone a bit. Your picture's back. Okay, cool.
Cool. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, mate. How's things?
Yeah, good. We're going to talk, so we're going to look at the three teams at the top of the Under-13s league in the South, how well they did and who we think will go on and win that league. Will it be Turnford? Will it be Sutton Town? Will it be Starz? They're all on 6 wins out of 6. So
yes,
poised to be a great poised to be a great end to the season. Now we've got a freeway. We have a freeway battle for the league title, and we have a freeway battle for 4th. So we've got CD Phoenix, Southend Sapphires, and we've got AP Saints, and we're going to speak to 2 AP Saints players about kind of them kind of transforming from a relegation threatened team to a top 4 chasing team. So it all changed over the weekend. Then we're going to look at this week's
some good games.
We're going to look at the games this Saturday in the Under-12 Southern Conference. Bit of a messy league, which will probably get a lot more clarity after Saturday. And then we're going to also look at the Under-15s league. We've got Paul coming back to play on Sunday. Some teams like Charnwood Rutland, can they get their first win in the league? It's a great opportunity for them to do that. They're playing teams in and around them. We've got MK Dons who replaced Eagles. They're playing their first game, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on.
Looking forward to seeing the MK Dons, my friend.
Yeah,
let's know in those comments.
Like a good weekend ahead, but so what we're going to do first, as we always do, we're going to bring in our special guests because we don't know what time they're meant to be in bed, etc., etc. So our 2 guests are Maria and Poppy. Yep, got it right. Maria and Poppy from AP Saints Netball Club, Under-13s. Maria, Poppy, how are you?
Good. Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. Cool. Well, Saturday, you turn up to the league. Your first 4 games of the season, you've done okay. You know, nothing kind of too. Oh, I think I've spaced out a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go carry on.
Right. Nothing too bad in terms of performance, but nothing too great. And we kind of
You went again, mate. You're still there. Go on.
So we're talking about how you've gone from a relegation threatened team to a top 4 chasing team. So it's a massive transformation. You played your best netball on Saturday, and it was great to watch. But before we talk about Saturday, let's talk about you. So let's start with you, Maria. How did you get into netball? What do you want to achieve within netball? Off you go, Maria.
Well, I got into netball, I started it quite early in school, and I just carried on with it, and then I joined AP Saints in year 5, and then I just carried on, and it took me where I am now, and I just want to carry on playing at this high standard and everything. So.
And what position do you play, Maria?
I play wing attack, wing defense, center.
So is there any player in the netball world you kind of look to kind of mirror their performances from a professional level?
Well, not really. I just the older years, especially in AP Saints. Not really the under-15s, especially. They're really quite good, but not really a professional.
Okay. Well, what is the dream within netball? Is it just to play to the highest standard and enjoy it, or do you have dreams of becoming an England player or a Super League player?
Well, probably just to the highest standard I can, and yeah.
Cool. So if you make it to the top, if you make it to England player, would you be more ecstatic, or you're just happy with achieving your best?
No, I'd be really happy because it's accomplishments.
It would be, wouldn't it, to be able to literally, play for England even. It's quite an amazing. This is where your seed begins, isn't it? Starts to grow. It's yeah. I can see you all doing it, especially after the games we saw last week.
Poppy, we're on to you next. You do have a sister who plays in the under-15s team, so you bit of sibling rivalry there to see who can do better in their leagues. But give us some insight into how you started playing netball.
Well, I started in year 3 at school and I absolutely loved it. And then when Molly joined AP Saints, I was desperate to join as well. So I joined and I've been sticking with it and I've been absolutely loving it. The coaches are amazing. It's been so fun and so exciting to be in a club.
Yeah.
And,
what's so exciting?
I think it's just the fact that I get to play something I love to like a higher level and to compete against other people who love the same thing. And it just sort of makes me really happy that so many people are into netball and into my favorite sport. And
Cool.
Okay, so it's your favorite. Why is it your favorite sport? What is it about netball that makes it different than all the other sort of sports out there?
There's no pause. There's no it's always going. It's continuous. There's always stuff happening. And that's what I really like. Like it can change in a blink of an eye with a turnover or an interception. And that's what I love about it because it's so active and fast.
Yeah.
Good answer.
100%.
Like that.
And Poppy, what is it you remind us what position you play?
Centre wing attack.
And what is the dream? And who's your idol within the netball world?
Well, I really looked up to Serena Guthrie and Nat Metcalf. I think they're amazing players, and I love watching them. And I think I wanna go as far as I can, and I just want to play because I love it, and I want to go as far as I can. And it's not my dream future to become an England netball player, but if I get the chance, then that would just be amazing.
Take it with both hands. It's mine, precious.
So, girls, how are you finding the Youth Netball Premier League? Is it a lot different from what you're used to? Are you enjoying the experience?
Yeah, it's.
Go on, Maria.
Well, I feel like it's quite different, and it just gives us a challenge, like because we play like at Bromfield, at North London, and I just feel like it just challenges us just to play at our best levels.
And for you, Poppy?
I think it's really like Maria said, it gives us more of a challenge, and I am a very competitive person, so I like playing against my level, and I like it when it's hard, and I like when I can compete for the ball. And I think playing at a higher level with lots of other really amazing netball teams, it's so great that we've got a chance to do it.
Cool. Well,
So
we're going to go on, Mike. Go on.
I asked this last week. So what's it like at school for both of you? What's it like at school when you play? I guess you're in the school netball team. What's it like playing in that?
Well, for me, like it's nice. Like it's like different because AP Saints like challenges us, and in training, it like I feel like I'm with people at the same level as me. But then, whereas at school, it's kind of different. Like we can't really play because not everybody plays for like a netball team, so it's just easier. So.
Okay. And you, Poppy?
Well, I mean, for me, it's sort of there's a lot of people in my team who I'm used to playing with because like some of them are in the same club as me and others I play with at Middlesex. And so I think it's nice to have a mix and playing with different people. But then again, it's also nice to have the same strategies with the same people so that you can work on the same things.
Well, we're gonna talk about what happened this Saturday, but before that, we're gonna put a highlight reel of the best moments from Saturday. There is one with you guys in it, and I want you to pay attention to the amount of passes you're playing, the amount of passes it took you to get to the goal, because it could be in your quiz question. Okay, so we'll talk about Saturday once we watch the highlight reel.
All right. Just say run VT. Go on. All say it at once. Oh, you lot know. Oh, I'm just going to play it. Don't worry. Right, I'm going to tell Richard off. You do that one more time. You got to put watch it live on FBLstreamslive.com.
I hope people figure it out by now.
Mate,
but
never hurts to advertise.
So, Martin, if we shoot to the league table.
Okay, right. Do you know what? There we go. Ooh, I forgot to bring this straight back up earlier. There we go.
Here we go, guys. So it was a great week for you. You won 2 games in a row. You defeated Paul 25-14. Bit of a revenge game from the last season when they kind of cost you the kind of place in the top 4, and you won 24-13 against Southend Sapphires. So you went from kind of we're going to get potentially relegated to we're going to get into the top 4. So how are you feeling after those 2 games?
I think we were feeling really positive because I think the games were really good because everything that we've been working on in training, and we've done so much so hard to do, we put into those matches, and I think that's what gave us the positivity and the strength to keep fighting. So I think,
you know, if you look at your kind of next set of games, Maria, you've got one hell of a game against CD Phoenix, and you're drawn on points with them. This potentially could be the decider in who comes in the top 4. Do you think you're good enough to take on seeding Phoenix, considering they only lost 2 points to Stars in their game?
What a game!
Well, so I think we train hard enough, and like if we play how we did on the weekend, I think we can beat them because we train hard and we work together well. So I don't know what's like stopping us from beating them. So
let's have a look at your last 3 games. So you've got CD Phoenix, you've got Magic, and you have Turnford B. So some tricky games there. They're going to be something, you know, the Turnford, CD Phoenix, Magic are not, I think they're not as bad as the table suggests. They're just inconsistent. How many wins do you reckon you get out of those 3 games? CD Phoenix, Magic, and Turnford B.
well, that really depends. I feel like if we don't play to their level of game and we play at our standard, then I feel like we can beat at least 2 out of the 3.
And do you feel you're going to have to win at least 2 games, or do you feel you need to win 3 games to get into the top 4? Or do you not particularly care about getting into the top 4? Would you rather go into the Championship National Finals where you play 5th to 8th teams from the north? Would you prefer that?
No, I would definitely prefer to play in the higher league one, because it's just like I feel like we're up for it and we can definitely beat the teams we have to get into top 4.
You'd prefer to mix it with Leeds and Oldham and Kingsway Power and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I don't think I would. bit of a scary situation, but
we can do it.
You know, you did superbly well. You can see whatever training you're doing, you can see it's you know, it's working. It's helping you progress. So keep listening to your coach and keep working hard, girls. But before you go, we're going to do an ENG quiz. Okay, so the top 5 at the end of the season will go to a national finals quiz, and we're going to give away a really cool prize. Okay, are you ready? There's all the questions are based around the league, and there's a maximum of 12 points up for grabs. And it's going to be, a lot of the questions are going to be multiple choice as well. So if you don't know it, just guess. Okay. You ready, girls?
yeah.
Cool. Well, your first question is, how many goals were scored in round 3? So the Saturday just gone, how many goals were scored? Was it 454, 455, or 456? So how many goals were scored on Saturday? I'll repeat it again. Was it 454, 455, or 456? If you don't know it, just take a guess.
That's a good question, that one. I love that one. Because it's...
You done? Cool. We'll move on to the next one. How many goals have been scored altogether so far in the league? Okay, so how many goals have been scored altogether from round 1, round 2, round 3? Is it 1,317? Is it 1,318? Or 1,319?
Richard's
So
all organised today. Wow.
Do you want me to repeat the question, girls? Are you okay?
Yeah,
You okay, Maria?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right, next question. Who are the current top 4 teams in the league? The table was just there. So it doesn't matter what
Bobby's
order.
like, oh no, I can't.
It doesn't matter what order. Just tell me who the top 4 teams are. It's worth 4 points, this question.
The thought process. Gotta love it.
We'll get their opinion quickly after this about who they think will win the league.
Let us know in the comments, people. Please let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to us. I always like a comment. Let us know if you know the answers as well.
Yeah, join in.
Join in. Be part of the process.
Are you done, Poppy?
Yeah.
Done, Maria?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Who are the current teams in 5th to 8th place? So this is our championship finals. This is going to be at the Essex Arena. Beautiful venue.
Love that place.
Who are our 5th to 8th teams? Again, no particular order. Just write them down. Take a guess if you don't know it.
That venue is amazing, mate.
It's beautiful.
Out of all the venues, I love that the most. I got to admit it.
Again, people sometimes moan about traveling there, but when you see the kids' faces when they walk into that venue,
should have seen my face. I remember you looking at me when we walked in there, and I was just like, "I love this place," and people so helpful.
It's beautiful. As well. A great place to play netball.
Definitely.
Are you okay? You done, girls?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, this is a good one. I like this one. How in the clip you just watched of the highlights, there was a highlight of your AP Saints team, putting together a load of passes and scoring a goal. It was X amount of passes. The question is, how many passes was it until you scored the goal? Do you want? I'm sorry, I'll do multiple choice on this. Sorry. Was it? You ready? 11, 12, or 13? Was it 11 passes, 12 passes, or 13 passes? Did you look out for it, Martin?
Do you know what I didn't? I was writing a few little notes, but I'll tell you what I did notice, actually, watching that little review reel, is the benefits of, obviously, the 3-camera system. Yeah. You can watch that ball go from, right to left, left to right. It's just the way you can it tracks it. It's like, wow. I'm just looking at it going, yeah, that's why we go forward at FBL with 3 cameras. Yeah.
And last question. This is probably an easy one to end the quiz. Who has scored the most goals in the league so far? Is it Starz? Is it Sutton Town or Turnford? So who has scored the most goals in the league? Sutton Town, Starz or Turnford?
Oh, Poppy's done. Click.
Confident.
Feel pretty confident.
Okay, Maria. So once Maria's done, are you done, Maria?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wonder what you were writing then, Maria. It seems to be a long time.
Track it. Martin, if you can track this on a pen and paper, that would be great for me, mate.
Oh, okay. All right.
So if you put Poppy and Maria down and just do like a little tally chart for every one they get right.
All right. Okay.
And you can call out the winner as well.
Oh, cool.
You've been promoted.
Yay!
So, girls, how we're going to do this is I'm going to ask the question. You're going to put your bit of paper up and just let me know what you've put, okay? And we'll do it one at a time. So the first question was, how many goals were scored on Saturday? Maria, put your paper up. So Maria says 4, 5, 6. What do you say, Poppy?
4, 5, 6. I don't know. Can't quite get it.
Martin, no need to put anything down because they're both wrong.
So I finally get the reins and you two don't score. I'm not happy.
It was 4, 5, 4. 454 goals scored. Oh. Next question. How many goals were scored altogether so far in your under-13 Southern Conference? Let's start with you, Poppy. How many did you put down?
I wasn't sure, but 1,318.
Maria, what did you put?
I put 1,319, but I was between The 17, 19.
Okay, cool. Well, Maria, well done. You've got the first point.
There we go. Oh.
So it's 1-0 to Maria. Okay, who are the current top 4 teams in the league? Maria,
Okay,
on
I
you.
put, wait.
Yeah, put it up for us.
Turnford, Sutton Town, Starz, and CD Phoenix.
Poppy, what did you put?
Same here. Ooh. Turnford, Starz, Sutton Town, and CD Phoenix.
Cool. Martin, give them 4 points each, mate.
Okay, cool.
So the score is 5-4 to Maria.
Yes.
Nervous, getting nervous. This might change the landscape. So who are the current teams in 5th to 8th place? Poppy.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but AP Saints, Southend Sapphires, Magic, and Pool.
Okay, Maria.
Oh, I didn't actually know any. I only knew AP Saints.
So you okay? So give Maria 1 point, and Poppy, give her 3 points.
Oh, well done.
Poppy, you missed out because Magic are in the bottom 2, and you forgot Turnford B.
Oh, okay.
Turnford B. So you got 3 out of 4. So Martin, what's the scores on the doors, mate?
I've got Maria on 6 and Poppy on 7.
Yeah.
You calculated that. You don't believe my adding. He looked up, was like, 1, 2, yeah.
This is going to be a good. This will be a good one.
I'll watch it.
So, how many passes did it take you from the footage to get to goal and score? So, Maria, what did you put?
11.
11. What did you put, Poppy?
I also put 11 from my counting, but I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know if you can see.
Okay. The answer was 12.
Oh, no.
And the reason you probably missed one is because when the highlight kicks in, a pass is made straight away, which you might have missed.
Oh.
You've got to have an
He's so
eagle eye
sneaky.
for that one.
He did that on purpose. That's what he did. Look at that.
You've got to have an eagle eye. So, Martin, is there 1 point in it going to the last question?
Yeah. Maria on 6, Poppy on 7. Tense moments.
Okay. Who has scored the most goals? Maria?
It was between Sutton Town and Turnford.
So you put Turnford. Maria, hold on, Poppy, hold on. We want to create a bit of suspense here. So Maria is right, Martin. So that takes us to a draw, doesn't it?
That does indeed.
So Poppy, if you get this right, you're the champ.
Oh,
Off you go, Poppy.
I also put Turnford.
Get the confetti cannon.
Yeah. Oh, not the mic.
So Poppy, what's the final scores on the doors, Martin?
Maria on 7 and Poppy on 8.
Well done, Poppy. You will go onto our leaderboard as one of our winners. And if you
fine leaderboard as presented in front of you, look at that. He's done some hard work, girls, on that one. Look at that.
The quiz leaderboard. So you're going to go onto that leaderboard, Poppy. Okay.
Yay! Thank you.
Okay. Before you go, girls. Before you go, who will win the league? You've played Sutton Town. You've played Turnford. You've played, I think, Starz. Yeah, you have played Starz. Who do you believe will win the league this season? Sutton Town, Starz, or Turnford?
Let us know in the comments.
Which one was the toughest game for you, do you reckon?
I think it's between Starz and Turnford. I'm not quite sure, but
Pick one, Poppy.
I think Turnford, because in the third quarter we did beat Starz. We beat them in the amount of goals, whereas we didn't beat. But they're both really well. They're all three of them are really strong teams. So I think it's just going to be it's going to be tight.
You're saying Turnford though, yeah, Poppy?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Maria?
Well, I was also between Starz and Turnford, but we've always I'm not sure, probably Turnford as well, because Turnford have always we've been challenged by them, but they're both really good teams.
It's gonna be interesting, isn't it, girls? But don't worry about that. You've got to focus on trying to get into the top 4. So we're going to see you again in March, and it's a huge game against CD Phoenix. So be ready.
Thanks
Well
for
done,
coming
girls.
on. Much appreciated. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, she just cut herself off. Right. Okay, there we go. Mate, I'll tell you what, that's going to be a great game in March. All those games. It's going to be fantastic.
Let's go through the scores from Saturday very quickly, so we can have a little look at the league table and see where we're at.
There we go. Let us know in the comments as well who you think's going to win the league. There you go. See what people say, mate.
Sutton Town versus Magic, 37-19. Convincing win for Sutton Town. Wasn't put under too much pressure in that game. Then Southend Sapphires against AP Saints. I did predict a Southend win, but AP Saints done one of those things which I love, and that's go against the grain, and they got a good win there.
Pulled it out of the bag, haven't they, my friend? They've pulled it out of the bag.
Then Sutton Town played Poole. Poole, you just don't know what you get from this Poole team. You know, they held their own in large amounts of the game. Couldn't find a consistency to kind of push Sutton Town where they felt kind of nervous they wouldn't win. But all in all, good performance from Poole. But Sutton Town got another win, which meant that was 6 wins out of 6. Then Magic played Southend Sapphires. Magic, again, they started well, but they dipped in and out performance-wise. Sometimes they played well, sometimes they didn't. And Southend Sapphires got a really important win, which means they're going to be in the mix of this top 4 battle alongside CD Phoenix and AP Saints. Then AP Saints kind of got revenge back on Poole after the kind of Poole beat them last season. That cost them a top 4 place. So AP Saints won 25-14 in that game. Then in the afternoon, CD Phoenix won against Charnwood Rutland, who remained bottom of the league. Then Turnford B took on Starz. Good game, good energy to the game. Starz, though, got a 37-17 win. Then Turnford played Charnwood Rutland. As usual, I've put the score around the wrong way. 35-9 win against Charnwood Rutland. Then the game of the day was Starz versus CD Phoenix. Starz looked like they'd won the game convincingly going into the 4th quarter, but CD Phoenix kind of had an attitude of, if you're going to beat us, we're going to make you work for it. And
I did pop to the coach and I did ask a couple of questions. I've done something humorous, you know, look behind them sort of at the pants sort of thing to see if they changed them, because they got really, what you could see, that was in the last quarter, wasn't it? It all just changed.
Yeah. I think if the game would have gone on another 5 minutes, CD Phoenix would have won it. Stars were backs against the ropes type of thing there.
They had made a lot of changes to their setup. I know that from the questions I asked, but it was a great game. I just couldn't believe it. The comeback, how quickly making a formation change, or making a player change. This is what this great thing about your sub thing about rolling subs as well. They made these changes and it just allowed CD Phoenix to just come straight through. It was amazing game.
And finally, it was Turnford versus Turnford. Again, good competitive game, even though they're the same team. I've got to apologise to them. They did some fantastic interviews after the game, and when I was having a kind of a clear out on my phone over the weekend, I accidentally deleted their interview. So massive apology to the Turnford girls for that.
Unbelievable, dude.
But let's look at the league table. So top 3 is going to go right to the wire. Whatever happens in the next 2 rounds, it's going to go to the wire. So Sutton Town have an opportunity to win. They kind of have one hand on the trophy. They play Starz and they play Turnford in their next games. So I'm going to have to pull out some performance there to get that. But if they do, it would be brilliant. It'd be the first Midlands team to kind of win a big league or like national or big events. So it'd be a huge moment for Sutton Town if they could win this league. And coming top of this league probably will mean you avoid Leeds, Kingsway Power, Oldham in the national final. So not only winning it is good, you avoid those big teams going into the national finals. The race for 4 is very interesting. We've got CD Phoenix, AP Saints, Southend Sapphires. They're all AP Saints play CD Phoenix play Southend Sapphires. It's huge. If CD Phoenix get 2 wins in their next round, they're done. the fourth place is kind of over. But if they don't, again, it will go to the wire. It'll go to the last game of the season. Then kind of Poole, Turnford, Magic, Charnwood, Rutland. They're not only trying to push into that championship national finals, they're trying to escape the relegation zone as well. So huge games across the board in round 4 and round 5. But great Saturday. It was a good Saturday. I really enjoyed it. So thank you to everyone who supported the games as usual, online and in person. But let's have a look, Martin, at Sunday's fixtures.
Oh, Sundays, right? Yeah, under 12s, isn't it?
No, sorry, Saturday. Sorry, Saturday under 12s.
Yeah, I knew what you meant.
We've got a Sunday as well.
Yeah. Can I quickly just jump in with something, if you don't mind?
Go on.
Just quickly up the top here, ENG. This is obviously on the FBL Streams Live website. So let's just go to the under 12s Southern, for instance. Let's click on that as we're going to go to there now. Look at the league. So if you've if you want to kind of look at who's done what, for instance, you could choose a team, Richard, in the under 12 South. Choose a team. In the under 12
I'll choose a team. Sorry, I was looking at my emails quickly. Stars.
Okay, you can click on here, or like for instance, you click on Stars, it will show you all the games that they've played in, or you could type it in. Like for instance, if you want to look at Poole, you can as well, and it should bring up all the games that they were in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So obviously, actually, I've just noticed when you click on that thing, it doesn't come up better, but when you do Stars and enter,
I'll tell you what, that is like going into the library of the Vatican.
Yeah, and you can do that for last season as well. So if you want to check on how they were, like, I mean, obviously it's different for the under 12s. There's nothing from back then, but if you want to check on, if you're in the under 13s team, want to check how they were doing in the under 12s, you could do the same thing. But that's what I've been building all this time. There you go, so that you can actually reference. You can actually go, right, I'm playing against whatever. I want to look at all the games that they've played in, and there you go. You can just watch. You just type it in there, and it'll bring it up for all the games for that league. So that would be the under 12. So,
really
good. Glad you enjoy that, sir.
No, it's good. Right. Really good. It's again, we've said about 50,000 times. If you want to find that small percentage extra, you're going to have to just do your homework. You're going to have to look at other teams like Sutton Town going into the Turnford and Starz game. I'm not buying this. It's all about us type of thing.
Yeah. Now
it doesn't particularly work like that.
You can imagine Man U or Chelsea or whatever turn around going, no, we're not watching. We don't watch anybody else's stuff. We just concentrate on what we do.
No, it doesn't happen. So I think Sutton Town, Starz, Turnford, when they all play each other, do your homework, work out how each team plays. Because if you can say to your wing defense or your wing attack or your goal shoot or whatever, this is the movements they make. I need you to move the other way. Or I think the centre pass is the most important thing. When they have a centre pass, 60% of the time, that ball's going to go to the right-hand side.
Yes, you know then, don't you? Yeah.
It's better to know than not know, isn't it?
Definitely. But I mean, look at all the equipment I bring. It's better to have it than not. So having whatever, it allows me to work on loads of different issues. And, I think it's now been proven with a lot of the live streams that are out there, but they think I just turn up and just turn on a computer and that's the game over, isn't it? But it's not. There's a lot of stuff I do technically to give myself the advantage. And this is one of the best things you can have, going back, watching your games. I made it really easy. Look, I've even started putting this in now, round 3. Obviously, there'd be round 2. But, when I have an idea when I'm building stuff and I'm putting in these wonderful little codes so that you can type things. And I was like, how can I make it easier for them? Okay, I'm going to put round 3 on there so that they know exactly if they want to look at last game, you know what I mean? Or how have they changed from round 1 to round 3? I mean, the dates are there anyway. But having that knowledge, is just amazing. Just to be able to gather that analysis and check it all out. I
agree.
There we go.
Let's have a look at under 12s.
There we go.
Pictures this week. a bit of a messy league, this, but we'll have a look. I think after Saturday they're going to get more clarity in this one. So All Stars versus Sutton Town. We've got Poole versus Teambridge, Stars versus All Stars, Sutton Town versus Poole, and Teambridge versus Stars. Probably the standout fixture from that particular set of games is the Teambridge Stars, because Stars and Teambridge are drawn on points, both pushing for the top four. Stars lost their last two games. Teambridge have kind of had an up and down experience so far in this league. So huge game for those two. So that's probably the standout game of them particular fixtures. And if we look at the afternoon, we've got Magic versus Turnford, Ryland versus AP Saints, Shan versus Magic, Turnford versus AP Saints. So some good games there. And we've got Shan versus Ryland. Now, the standout game from that set of games is by far Shan versus Ryland. If you look at the table, you'd probably think, why is he predicting that? It's because Ryland beat Stars in their last game. They're a sleeping giant, this Ryland team. So Shan must be ready for that one, because they're coming up against a really good, strong Ryland team there. So looks like a very interesting day at the office. Like, we've got Poole, trying to push the top four. Western Park Blades are not playing. Ryland trying to push up the table. All Stars trying to push up the table. Stars, can they cement their top four place? Can Shan stay unbeaten? Can Sutton Town stay unbeaten? It looks good. I think after Saturday, we're going to get a lot of clarity on where this league is going in terms of who will be pushing for the top four, who will be pushing for the championship, and who will be looking kind of relegation threatened after this week in particular.
Let me know your thoughts, people. Put it in the comments. Who do you think is going to win this league?
Well, I can't. The review show next week would be good, because then the table looks so much different, and we can basically dissect it a lot better. But I think standout games: Stars versus Teambridge, Ryland versus Shan. They're the two big games of the day, massive games. And we have Sunday. We've got round 3 of the under-15s Youth Netball Premier League. It's only half the teams playing.
There we go.
So Sutton Town will take on Charnwood Rutland. Team Beds versus MK Dons. Poole versus Sutton Town. Charnwood Rutland versus Team Beds. And MK Dons versus Poole. So if we look at the table, Charnwood Rutland are still looking for their first win, but I think this week will be a great opportunity for them to get their first win. They're a good team, good solid team. They play with a lot of energy, a lot of heart, a lot of courage, and this could be the week they get their first win in the league. So good luck there for Charnwood Rutland. I'm interested to see how MK Dons do. They've come into the league because Eagles dropped out, but every time MK Dons come to our competitions, they always look good. They always look competitive. So looking forward to seeing how they get on in this particular round. Just and Poole, don't forget Poole. It's very likely they might get probably the 2 wins, but let's see how Sutton Town and MK Dons get on against them.
I think they're going to have fun with MK Dons. I don't know what it is. I've just got this thing about MK Dons. It's just up the road, I know, but
I think it's because they made you a nice bit of money on your live stream, Ryan.
Maybe. Berry versus MK Dons. It's one of my favourite games ever. I got to admit. Sorry, there we go.
Yeah, we've got first, and we've got 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th competing on. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th competing. 6th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and 1st competing on Saturday. So again, looking forward to it. And we'll be back next week with the highlights, and we'll be back next week with the review show. And good luck to everyone competing this week as usual. This league is just getting more momentum. It's getting more traction behind it. And we look forward to continuing to showcase the brilliance of youth netball.
Agreed. And don't forget subscribe and and follow us on all our platforms: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
Any more? TikTok? You on TikTok yet?
No, I can't involve with that.
All right. Thanks for watching, people. We'll look forward to hopefully seeing you on Saturday or Sunday.